sweeties. I just wanted to do a quick tutorial on how I cover up my dark spots that I have under my eyes. Now I always get dark spots. I have for the past probably 4 years every summer when the sun's out. It's like clumps of freckles. And you know, I don't mind freckles, but these are clumps that clump up right here underneath my eye, and it's like irregular clumps, and it just bothers me to death. I do not look good if I don't wear makeup over it, and I've really struggled to even find something to cover it up. And I've tried all types of drugstore brand concealers, because like I said, in the winter I don't really have this, and I have done a lot of research on it online, and it says that, and I actually went to a dermatologist for it, and it's actually called melasma that can come out, these dark spots that are brought on by the sun, and some people have it all year round, but just dark spots that are really hard to get rid of. When I went to the dermatologist, basically he just told me to wear sunscreen from now on to keep it from getting worse. Well, I've done a lot of research on this to try to find out what I can do for this, and the research I found online all points to something called melasma, and that is like dark spots that are brought on by the sun from sun damage and all that stuff, in which I probably do have a lot of sun damage from the years I spent as a child in my teenage years outside in the sun. I even went to tanning beds when I was younger and things like that, which if I could take it all back, I never would have, and I don't want Cameron to do those things, but all I do is put sunscreen on it. There are things like different kind of plastic surgery procedures you can get for it, but basically mine comes on in the wintertime. I'm pregnant right now, can't really go to the dermatologist for it because it's not really anything they're probably going to be able to do besides put sunscreen on to get rid of it, and I'm eventually would love to get rid of it, but I have learned how to conceal it, and I have tried all types of drugstore concealers, like all types, and even tried like Bowing from Benefit, and I've tried, if you've watched me on here, I've tried different concealers for it too, like the high-end type of concealers. And a few months ago, finally I was like, I'm going to go to Sephora and see, and have them color match me and point me in the right direction of the best concealer for me that would really cover this. I wanted something that was like high. So I went in and I asked one of the employees to suggest a concealer that would cover it. And basically I had my full makeup on. You could still see it through the makeup that I had on that day. And he pointed me to, he said the best one that he could recommend was the Laura Mercier High Coverage Concealer for Under Eye. And I have it in the color 2.5. This is what it looks like. I'm starting off with Baby Skin from Maybelline. This is the best primer I think I've ever used. It makes my skin feel so smooth. I love it. Especially helps like whenever you're putting on your foundation, and it also helps your eyeshadow stay on longer actually. So I'm just rubbing that in. Next I'm taking my Laura Mercier High Coverage Concealer. I'll put all of the colors down below if you're interested in that I use. I put a little bit on my hand to warm up the concealer. And I'm taking a concealer brush. I'm not sure of the brand, but it's just a fluffy concealer brush. And I'm going to rub that in. And then I'm going to apply it to my under eye area in my dark spots. I kind of just pat it on, kind of in a triangular shape. Now this is a high coverage concealer. It's kind of thick, so it looks like I'm putting a lot on, but I'm definitely going to blend that out some more with my finger here in just a second. And come on, give me a thumbs up for even showing my bare face, because I do not like my face in the summertime. I do not have a good complexion. I mean, I don't have a lot of acne, but I do have the freckles, the dark spots, and I don't like it. Okay, now I'm just kind of patting it around, adding a little bit to my nose just to kind of blend it in. And I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye. Now, if you can still barely see the dark spots at the end, the person at Sephora recommended that after I put on my foundation to put a little dab bit more of concealer on top. And it actually doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too cakey as I thought it would. Now I'm taking L'Oreal Visible Lift foundation. Now this isn't my favorite foundation ever, but it's something I purchased, so I decided I better use it. And again, I'll put the colors down below. And I'm just going to use my hand to apply this. I have foundation brushes, but like around my eyes, I'll use like a beauty blender, like one of the little sponges. But just for my face all over, usually I just use my hands, because it works just as well. And it's easier to clean. So I'm just going to rub that in, and be very careful around your eye area where you put the concealer, because you don't want to rub that off. That's why I use the sponge around my eyes. I'm using my new MacBook to edit this iMovie, and it is so different from what I'm used to. I'm used to using Video Studio, so I thought I would like it more, but I'm kind of thinking that I don't. But hopefully I'll get used to it. It's just so much different. Now I'm going to dab that in gently all around my eye area. So now, if you can still see your spots, take a little more concealer and just dab it on just the darker spots where you can, still see. Now I've tried all kinds of products, and this is the best one that I have found that works for me. And this is basically my foundation routine that I use every day. I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match powder to set this, and I'm just going to dab that around my eyes gently again, not to rub it off. You can also use a powder brush if you have that, which at the end, after I dab it on my whole face, I usually do take a brush, a big fluffy powder brush, and go over just to smooth it out. And definitely make sure you're blending in your neck. I remember when I first started wearing makeup, you could always see my foundation on my neck because I never really blended it. But now, hopefully, you can't see that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. After this, I'll probably put some blush on and some highlighter and dry my hair. But please make sure you subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Check out all my links down below. Thank you so much for watching.